Hello everyone. So normally I don't do weapon builds, but Compressa is among my favorite web secondaries, if not my favorite secondary, and I really want to do a build on this. There's a lot of things going on. First, let me spawn some enemies. Then I'm gonna remove my companion because this is important for what I'm gonna show you guys. So this is the default build, normal Compressa. And I believe that if you had a companion like the Work class, right? And you had Tenacious Bond for more critical damage final multiplier, then like the Work class, right? With the Riven, you need the Riven for that, by the way. Then I believe it's worth building crit, which means I will use this setup instead. So we've assigned animatic agility for prime target cracker. Okay, let me just demonstrate, because this is very scuffed. I really wanted the most optimal build for the new Compressor Prime, so I spent a lot of time digging through all this. So this is the default one. You need 4 kills to stack it. You see, it's really good. It's really good driven in the default. You see we have Flare, which is also a mistake, but it's okay. Let's just go with it for now. One shot. And let's do one shot here. You see, they lose about half their health, right? And that's with Flare. But Empowered should be slightly better. Now, we're gonna do this with Innovate. But if you don't have a companion, like if you have a Hound, it doesn't matter. You won't get Innovate, but you'll get a lot of other statuses. So that's actually really, really bad, because you won't be using Pistol Elementalist. No, not Pistol Elementalist. Aptitude. What is it called? Pistol. Galvanized shot. Okay, there we go. But let's say we're using a Nautilus with the Ver class. That makes us go from 3.8 critical damage to 5, because we get 1.8 more, 1.2 more. So now let's go up again, get some kills. Oh my god, it's so obnoxious. That's kills. And obviously now with the more critical damage, it's way stronger. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Okay, so let's do one shot. But we had a lot of innovate, so now it's 6%, which is like half of what you expect. You see, it's... Oh my god, it's so annoying. Why did I pick this companion? You see, it's about the same, but it also depends on what type of crit you're gonna get. But without animatic agility, we're gonna be shooting twice as slow. So even though you do a bit more damage per shot, you're still firing slower. Now the interesting part, Compressor Prime. Now I already used 5 format and I called it. And I also used Platinum to call it Bubble Blaster Prime, because the old one was Bubble Blaster, right? This one, 16% critical chance. Okay, that means if you have 200% like from your release passive when you runs, instead of getting 18% critical chance, you're getting 48%. Status has gone up, damage has gone slightly up. It's very good. And that makes me wonder, okay, we have base critical chance now. Something to work with. Is it worth actually doing critical chance? And so this will be the build. Now though, we had to resign no more corrosive, okay? Because there's no way you're gonna slot all that. We need mod slot. Let's stack it. Okay, let's do one shot. And let's do one shot here too. And I know corrosive is strong against Guinea, but as you can probably see, this is way worse. And I know that, again, I know that the difference, because no corrosive, but I always test on Guinea, and I'll just tell you, 16% is not enough to work with. So honestly, the old build, the same build, okay? But of course empowered. And one thing to mention here, my empowered is not maxed, so I will get way more damage if it was. Let me just showcase the difference real quick. So we will stack it. One shot here. And one shot here. It wasn't fully stacked. Now it is. No one with low enough health. Okay, so one shot, one shot. It is worse than the normal compressor because I don't have enough Cascadia empowered. So we need to take that into account, which is kind of sad. But what I think is the best thing to do is, if you have a companion that gives you critical damage, like I have Citrine, right, with Virgil's Prime, then yes, we are gonna do Innovate. But if you were playing like someone with a Hound and you can't get that, you won't be able to get enough critical chance on the Hound to get the bond mod, then for the compressor, let's say that was this setup, right? Then I will just stick with this. I think with Cascadia empowered it should be better. But if you are getting more critical damage, you might as well capturate on that, right? And do this. Also, I need lethal foreign, but I need one more format, and actually I can do that. I just realized Omni format. Wait. Yeah, we need Omni format. It's worth it. It's worth it. It just makes the bubble slime faster. So that's what I recommend. Same build as before, even with the added critical chance. I know it's sad we don't go prime pistol gambit. It's a sad day. I really wish we did, but we don't. It's not enough. But we still have more status and more damage, so it's a win. Okay. That also means that the electricity chance with more damage. Actually, if the damage was the same. No, actually it is a buff, even though we got more viral damage, yeah. And the status chance more than makes up for it anyways. So it's definitely a buff. But yeah, so let's see. Here we have the Huras, right? Huras claws, 86% critical chance. Tenacious bond, okay. What compressor did we use before? Just heat, that was a mistake. I think it's better than we go into this. Innovate heat, right? So that's how I would do it, but it is very scuffed to test. Okay. See, the Hound is also really good, even though you don't get the critical damage. So that was not even the Hound, that was just... Wait, what? Oh, that's because I have the mecha set. Yeah. The Kubo triggered mecha. I just hit one on accident. So see, It's very good, but I don't think it's worth doing anyway without the critical damage bonus. But one thing you'll notice here is that all my frames here have the critical damage bonus, which is kinda unlucky. You see, I used to use a lot of the normal variant, just this. Not even innovate. But it is also kind of, it is almost the same, okay? It's almost the same. It barely matters, okay? It's but that's what I will do, okay? So companion with critical damage bonus, you do innovate and heat and electricity, and if no companion like the hound with bonus, then you do cascade empowered, and I will believe that will be better once empower is fully ranked. So that's the only if. Also, when you do pure electricity, I resigned corrosive, which is kind of sad. Same for this one. Is that most ultimate? Yeah, it should be. So yeah, that's my solution to this. But thanks you guys so much for watching, and good luck out there. And please tell me if you know which is better, if you have fully ranked empowered. But I do believe it empowered should be slightly better. But it's almost I mean, I think really the companion buff critical damage makes or breaks it.